guys, we got a little table glitching going on here. Mike warned me. We're going to try to get this in. It's going to be Alice Olinger. What's going on here now? Okay. 1 second here. Get this fixed up. This should do us. No, that's not the one I want at all. That's why. Okay. Now get your scores fixed here real quick. My overlay should load there, right there. Okay, there you go. We got them right. And let me go check on Mike here. I muted him. Mike, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you are. Okay, you was on the phone there, so I just muted you, and I thought, well, you'll hit the button when you come back. The cameras are a little glitchy. Mike warned me. He told me to just take a break. They're working on them down there.
All right.
Him and Zach's on it. So every once in a while we're getting a little glitch here. There you go. Game 1, 0-0. Alex is from the Dayton, Middlefield, Cincinnati area. Has his pool hall over there. Action Palace. And Jeremy Seaman's out of Michigan. One of Michigan's top players at the current level.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
I noticed on some of the streams for us that the chat shows on the right-hand side of the page, and ours doesn't do that. Is there a way to get that on there?
What do you mean? On some of them it shows on the right side of the page. That would depend on which screen Mike is showing you.
Okay.
I may be able to do it, but it's gonna block up the screen so bad that it's gonna be horrible. That is a
Okay.
that is a Facebook setting. If you're watching it on Facebook, or actually if you're watching it on YouTube, it will show up there and it will be just the letters, not the surrounding, like not a whiteboard. That is in a YouTube deal. If I put it up there, it's going to have a white background. It's going to take up half the screen. But
Okay.
you can get to it if you have another phone or something, or you want to open another browser. You can just go to the YouTube video, and then the chat would be on the right-hand side of the video. Like if you open YouTube on your TV or whatever, it will come up there. Just don't get caught up in the calling the match off the YouTube video, because it will screw you up.
Right.
Be a little bit behind. And I'm actually pulling up the chat now. Yeah, because you can't see me moving everything around, so you won't be able to see where I have it at. On the computer is way different than running it on your phone. Switch videos here.
We had close to 100 people watching D.
Yeah, it's just been different things there. Yep. Uh, that'll be a big go back and watch deal on that one, I'm sure. Here it is. People will start talking about that match and they'll be back to it pretty quick. You're on your phone, correct?
I am.
So if I send you the chat in Messenger, it's not going to help you. I can't share it anyway. I've got it up on my computer, but on the computer I have a pop-out deal.
Yeah, what I've done is I've got YouTube on my TV, but if I go to that, it's behind.
Yeah, don't watch the picture, just watch the chat.
Well, what I did was I did the mirroring off my phone to my TV,
Okay.
so I got it bigger, but I'm on the same time frame. I'm
Right.
not behind.
Right, so you have it on the same time frame. Now, can you change your phone around?
As far as what?
Like, can you pin that video to your TV and then use your phone? Like, if you cast it to your phone or to your TV, if you cast the video to your TV and don't mirror it, the TV, if you change your phone around, it should stay. But you're on Zoom on your phone, so that's still not going to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a Zoom screen on your phone. So
Right.
yeah, you're not going to be able to do it that way.
But I've got another phone
There you go.
that I'm trying to use, and I guess the YouTube app was an older one, so I'm downloading the new one now to see if I can do it.
There you go. Once you get the YouTube app, pull up. Make sure you keep the volume off because if not, you'll get a refeed. And then you can pull up your chat and it'll be right there live. Oh. All right, I'm gonna step away for a few seconds here. I'm gonna get me a cup of coffee. Is what I'm gonna do. And I'll let you call this one out. Don't tell them what I'd do. Tell them what you'd do. I'm not disappearing or nothing. I'm here. It's manned. I'm just gonna step in the kitchen for a second.
All right. Are they keeping score?
Yes, the score is at the bottom of your screen. You see it there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I see 12 on the table.
I do as well.
And Jeremy has been shooting for a few minutes here. So only 3 balls down, I would say, maybe. We'll find out. If they do not, then in game 2 we will do it manually. Okay?
Okay.
That's kind of how we have to play that, I guess. We don't know if they're going to do it until they do it. At the point they don't do it, I'll erase what's in red and we'll put them up there. Well, we're on 4 and Jeremy's got a pretty good shot. You ain't going to see no little zeros here. Honestly. He don't like being on this rail here though. And I guess the 2 ball's kind of in the way here, isn't it? It doesn't look to me like the 14 is going to go past the 2. What do you think there, Mike?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so he's kind of got him blocked up here. Got him thinking about it.
What a shot. He definitely earned these balls. Awesome shot by Alex to get started. Very nice, Alex. Hell of an out. What a nice out Alex made in the last game. Yeah, Alex is just trying to protect those balls in his hole. Move a few over. He's got two options here. He can shoot the other way and come up here to the far corner, or try to get back into the stack with this shot. Just break the balls loose a little bit and spin it back into the stack if he can. He didn't get there. I think I'm sliding off the one ball here. Coming over to this far corner. Here's a nice shot playing the 8-ball off the stack to his hole, and he's guaranteed to get safe and move a few balls over. If you just shoot this in, you only got one ball to get on. But if he plays a carom off the 14, you got to miss that one if you shoot it straight in. If he plays the carom, there's no chance of giving up anything.
right, Mike. Derek O is or not Derek O. Man, I'm crazy today.
You
Derek,
see this shot, Mike?
what shot? The 8 ball?
Play the 8 ball off the 14 on the carom. Yeah, he tries to shoot this. He's got.
Yeah, they're working on cameras over there big time.
Yeah, this one's been freezing up.
Right, so is Mike's. They'll put up with us so long. This is right in that area we was earlier. Matter of fact, no, this is table 19 now. Let me get Derek Reynolds in here with you. He's asking to come in. If I can remember what I'm doing.
What are you doing here, Mike?
I'm typing.
Huh?
I'm typing. I'm not even
Now,
on the
what you
screen.
do on this shot?
I'm not even on the screen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't
Oh, okay.
I can't babysit the stream and commentate. If I could, I would.
I'm banking the 8 into the stack. Yeah. Very nice shot.
I'm getting all that dinging on here.
Did you say Derek was coming in?
Yeah. If he quits texting me long enough, message me. LOL. Waiting on him to hit his code.
That could be trouble.
Okay, so he's gonna come once he empties the dishwasher. Alright, there you go. He's invited, so we'll get him in. What are you doing here, Mike?
6 ball.
Okay, I just want to make sure. You're gonna get me started telling Susie, what are you gonna do here, Susie? And she's gonna smack you. What are you gonna do here, Susie? She gave you the same answer. Said, "Don't worry about it." She said, "Feisty one, isn't she?" Alex got a good little run here, and we are. Did Jeremy not make any balls? Oh, that was game one. I'm sorry. See, like that's why you can't do. You get going back and forth. Okay, we gotta stop that.
Alex made a hell of an out in that first game. Jeremy left him tucked behind the ball, and Alex shot across corner, drilled it, and got out.
Yeah, Derek wants me to go back and do a 9-ball match for a guy from Columbus. And I said, well, he'll still be playing tomorrow. He says, well, he may not buy back in if he don't win. Well, listen, we're busy trying to keep up with the top 50 in the one pocket. I'm not worried about a 9-ball guy that ain't going to buy back in. Right, right. Are we still glitching that bad? You know, when they rack this next rack, I mean, I don't think it's gonna work, but I can try to like flip around my VLC a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It's probably not gonna work because Mike's glitching, I'm glitching, we're all glitching. So, why is that flashing yellow? I thought it was because Derek wanted in, but it wasn't. Okay, once Derek comes in the very beginning, you'll have that little screen popping thing. Just give me a second and I'll get it turned off for you. Like when you talk to each other, it
Right.
flash up your thing there. I had to turn my dinger off. I'm sure it was driving everybody half nuts.
Now you guys are going to think I'm crazy on this shot, but I'm kicking across with a little bit of right hand English, and I'm going to kick that 8-ball in, and then you'll be able to bank the other ball.
See, I'm going to let you instruct on me the rest of the week here how to play this game, and I'm going to get my 50 cents, and I'm coming down there and gambling and whipping your ass for 50 cents.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. You get me all ready to play patches, huh?
I kicked his ass today. I beat him 10-3.
You two cracked me up when I was down there.
Oh, he plays me harder for free than he does Alex for 100 a game.
Right. It's good that you guys play that down there. Like some of them was saying there. Nigel Conley was saying, the league room, you can't get a match. All the new guys that he could teach something, they all want to gamble, but they want, you know, 17 ball spots. And him and oh
Kevin.
yeah, him and Kevin are like best friends, so that don't do anything. They're not gonna gamble there. And he's like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
they don't want to give up anything. They want guys that have no chance of beating them even to
well,
play even.
not necessarily with Nigel. Nigel's not really that way. Like Nigel says, he just can't. He's not playing all the time, so you can't expect him to give you 50 balls, But
No, but you got at least. I'm not saying Naja, but
right,
Kevin told Patch if he came down, he'd give him 9-7, play 100 a game. So we go down, and once we get down there, then he doesn't want to give him 9-7. He said, nah, he heard this, that, and the other, and he's not giving him 9-7, and he'll play him 9-8.
right.
So, instead of Pat sticking to his guns, Pat said, okay, I'll play you 9-8. Well, Patch beats him the first 3 games 9-8, and then Kevin wants to adjust.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
Patch said,
that
well,
you'd be in 3 games. I guess that's fair. You just go even.
well, no, if you make a game, the way I believe, if you make a game, you play that way that day. Now,
Well,
you
I don't
want
know
to
about
adjust.
that, but
A guy beats a guy, then the next time you guys play, you adjust.
right. Well, if you, I can see your point, but I can see a drawback to it. If you tell me we're gonna play
Yeah, but
that way
after
that
three
game,
games, I mean,
after
you
one
know,
after one game you beat me real bad, I'm quitting on you anyway. I'm not gonna play like that all
well,
day.
yeah, I mean, I understand that if a guy's better, then he's better, but you can't get a real comparison after 3 games.
Right. Yeah, one pocket's a little bit different.
So then Patch adjusts with him and they play even, and Kevin says, "Oh, by the way, I don't like this table. I want to play on a different table." So not only did Patch play him even, but Patch went to the table that Kevin wanted to play on. So
Right.
then Kevin wins
Well, you
4 in a row.
you got listen. You got to expect to play a guy on a table that he wants to play on when you walk into that guy's house and play. Patch went over to the league room and played Kevin, so you're going to play Kevin on Kevin's table. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then Kevin should have said that at the beginning. He shouldn't
Right.
have played three
Right.
games on the on
Yeah.
the other table.
I've done kind of stuff with that, like at my home bar. Walk in there, some locals are playing on one table, which is actually the better table, but I'm not going to disrupt somebody just for that. We'll get
Yeah.
started. We'll play, five going to. We'll play five going to 20 or something. We'll play 4 or 5 games on one table, and then we'll switch over. But usually I tell them that, in the beginning. Oh,
But
fuck.
You got Patch, you got Alex, you got Butch Weimer, you got Pat Calabrese. I mean, there's a bunch of guys up at Frank's and then also in Uniontown that are begging Kevin and them guys to come up, but they won't leave the league room.
Right, right.
So they can't,
Yeah, I'm not getting in that conversation at all.
yeah.
You done said the magic word for me. So that's enough about
I mean,
that.
yeah, they can get all the action they want. And those guys don't have a problem. They've went to the league room to play, but you got to give and take a little bit. You can't stay there the whole time. Is all I'm saying.
Right, I can't say they don't travel
Because
really.
Chris got a great room.
Right,
I mean,
I can't say them guys won't travel for tournaments because um, Charleston down at the Raw Bar, them guys are down there every time.
yeah,
It's
but that's
an
30
hour.
minutes.
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes for them. They used to come up to mine at brackets. We get them up here. Some bigger. They don't usually go out for unless it's a bigger tournament. But TLR keeps them pretty busy there too.
But we've had at least 15 one pocket tournaments at Frank's, and they've never come up one time in
Right.
15 times.
Right. I've been down for a couple. That's what I made a bulldozer comment there yesterday about. You was playing that guy that had to. You had to give that guy all them balls or something. Or that guy had to give you a bunch of balls, I think, and he stacked up like 6 of them in his pocket. The game went on for like an hour and a half, and you looked over at me at the commentary booth. You said, "You know what happens now, don't you?" And I said, "No, what?" You said, "Bulldozer." You just smacked all them
No,
balls out of the corner.
I said the sweeper.
The
I said
sweeper.
the
Yeah.
sweeper. Yeah,
I was
and I
laughing.
cleaned them all out.
I kind of laughed, but I kind of, for me as a commentator, 2 hours in, I'm kind of like, oh man. What town is Frank's in? They asked. Classic Billiards asked that. What town is Frank's in?
Westover,
Westover, Pennsylvania.
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia.
It's part of Morgantown.
Part of Morgantown. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was Morgan. I almost said Morgantown. I wasn't
Yeah,
sure if that is.
there's one pocket action there all the time if you want it.
Yeah, there's two little tables and how many big tables?
8.
8 9-footers in there. They got 2 bar boxes in there that are diamonds, and those are for league play.
They took the diamonds out. They're both valleys now
Both
because
valleys
the
now?
league that's played in there now is VNEA, so you had to have valleys. But
Right.
all the 9-footers are diamonds.
Well, see, they should have done a dual league. They should just do BCA and VNEA in the same league at the same time, and then it don't matter which table you shoot on. And
Yeah,
you
but
can go to both state events.
there's no BCAs in West Virginia in this part.
Oh, okay.
There's no charter.
Right.
There's no APA. There's no USAPL. There's just the VNEA.
Yeah, it's kind of like where I live. I live right below Canton. I'm actually, because we're New Philadelphia, but I'm an hour from Fiddlesticks, 45 minutes to be exact. Um, we have
We're
VNEA
going
in
to
this
run.
county, and that's it.
We're going to have a big split bracket, either the end of February or the 1st of March. Me and D. Adkins are going to run it.
All right.
We'll be putting out information on it as soon as he gets back from Derby.
So we're not going to use the ball counter. I just realized we're not using the ball counter. I thought they was. Canadian Dave said we ought to get a room. We don't want to hear our life stories. There's a volume button there. A mute. We do need to stick more to the matches, though. Yes, Chris Uter is there. Let me look. He went out late last night, I believe. If I remember right. I'll give you an update. Actually, it was this morning, I think. I think he played this morning. I'll also share you a link where you can find all the brackets and look up everybody you want to look up. We don't mind giving some updates, though, here and there.
Hey, Canadian Dave, we'll try to do better, eh?
That's why we have one guy commentating and one guy running the computer. Players.
Yeah, Suter's at the Derby.
I can't remember if he lost the second time or not. I've done so many matches. Oh my gosh, I'm looking for the S's. After 10, 12 days of this, you get brain locked a little bit. Chris Uter has lost twice, so he's out of the one pocket. He lost to Mike Pankoff and Robert Talchik. He is, I believe, still in the 9-ball. I'm pretty sure he's playing 9-ball. Derek's coming in, Mike. Okay, I'll go hit my button here.
Hello. Yeah, Classic, just so you know, Tennessee Hennessy was just at Frank's a couple weeks ago before the Derby. He was there for 3 days, so he got some action there.
You're on, Derek, and I should have your screen fixed already.
Okay. I'm just trying to get my little area here fixed.
We needed a score counter. I'm glad you're here. They're not using the pad.
They're not using the pad.
Yeah, they're not. Well, they're using it for the games. They're not using it for the balls.
Jeremy Seaman.
Mm-hmm.
And we're 1-0 Alex.
Yeah, and he's up pretty big this game. I don't know exactly what the count is, but
Alex is a pretty strong one-pocket player, so.
It seems like he's getting stronger as the tournament goes on. Chris has already won in the 9-ball today, so he won't play again until tomorrow, I believe.
hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Either you or Mike need to DoorDash or something, because I'm out of Coors Banquet, I'm out of Crown Royal, I'm out of wine, and I'm out of moonshine. So.
I hear you. I tried to get somebody to bring me a beer to my house at like 10 o'clock last night. They wasn't having it. TvMike actually said yesterday, I need a beer. He don't even drink beer. He'll drink
I
what?
haven't had a beer for almost 2 months.
Right. TvMike will drink a little whiskey here and there. Uh, he don't really drink. Every once in a while I see a Corona on him. But Canadian Dave, you need to make a trip down here and bring some of that down here. My father-in-law used to go up there, and I believe it was Labatt's. He'd go up every year and go fishing a couple of times and bring back.
Lablatt's Blue.
Yep, he'd bring back cases of Labatt's when he came back.
Well,
When he ran out of Labatt's, it was time to go fishing again.
You know what I really enjoy, and I can't seem to find it anywhere, is Jenny Cream Ale.
yeah, Genesee used to be a big seller.
I'll stick
I
to
used to like Jenny, and I used to like Little Kings too.
Well, when tell you how old I am, but we could drink when we were 18, and we would go up to Mount Morris, Pennsylvania, and get 10 cases of Jenny Cream Ale and 10 cases of Mickey's Big Mouth because the alcohol content was double what it was legally in West Virginia.
This
So
is a
that's
good shot
why we
here
got
by
to,
Alex.
that's a little short, I think. Oh, no, he drilled it.
Drilled it. So
Well,
that
we
is
always,
game 2. Okay, we're going to start keeping score here, Derek.
yeah,
This is an Ohio
we
versus
always.
Michigan match, and TvMike told me I have to go look and see what time. Did you see who D drew for the next round there, Derek?
No.
Yeah, Shannon Murphy.
Oh, Battle of Ohio.
Battle of Ohio.
I'm sure if what's her name's not if Julie's not busy, she'd want to do that one for
Yeah,
sure
yeah, she sees it.
because she's a big Shannon fan.
Right.
But I think,
She's just an Ohio fan, period. When it
yeah,
comes to pool playing.
she was really pulling for him the other night playing against Tony in the Banks
Mm-hmm.
because
And,
Shannon's never won the Banks.
and he's the underdog in
Well,
that match.
he's never gotten a banner, and he's been up there. He's finished second, third, and fourth like 4 or 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
and just never got there to get the banner.
He's not an underdog in capability, but he's an underdog in statue, I guess you would say, or in popularity. Playing Shohan.
Yeah,
That's going to be at 8 p.m. So it looks like Alex is going to get done in time. That we will be, or there's a chance that this game will be done in time to catch that.
well, Tony is really out there on social media. He's got sponsors.
He's in the pro
He's
scene.
got people posting, a bunch of stuff. He's not afraid to play any big money matches on the stream, call people out. I mean, he
Well,
ain't afraid to call out anybody.
right, and he's in the pro. He's in the
Yeah,
pro spotlight also.
right.
He's playing
Shannon,
pro.
if Shannon pushed himself and put in the time that the pros that play do,
Right, here we go again.
he'd be there.
Life.
He's a shortstop because he's lazy.
Right. Well, it's life. I mean, people's got to work.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
I agree, but he has a
it's a
lot of
commitment. It's a
opportunity.
commitment to go that route. It's a major commitment to go that route. And
He has every bit of support in his area to where he could have gotten sponsorships 10 years ago to be playing where these guys are playing. But the amount of money,
now is ridiculous that it takes to stay on tour.
yes.
Is just crazy.
And if you look at Matchroom, they're trying to make it
They're trying to
for
make it
these guys that
profitable.
are playing
They're
nine
trying to
ball.
make it profitable, but
Yeah.
and they're trying to spread the profits out. They understand that that top 10 or top 20 needs to make money, not the top 5. So
Yeah,
If not, you start losing them one at a time, and it takes people to make a tournament. You got to have players to have a tournament. And if players can't afford to play the tournament or get to the tournament, then you're not going to have a tournament.
that's why a lot of those guys were playing the WPA events because they were posting big numbers and they pay a little bit deeper, and it's most of that was true double elimination um, going through, and then all of a sudden now they're back to having problems paying people. The guys at the Maldives didn't get paid, and the guys, some of the guys at the International Open that finished high didn't get paid. Carlo Beato didn't get paid, and a few others.
Right.
Carlo might not have gotten paid. They may be holding his stuff because they played that Reyes
Yeah, I was
Cup.
gonna say there's always a backstory. you
Yeah.
know what I mean? So
Some of
you
those
hear
may have been
things,
because of
and
the Reyes Cup and
right, you get into
different bands and stuff.
reliable source situations, but
Yeah, that little pissing contest, though, man, between the two, why don't they just come together and expand it and just support pool instead of trying to make it, well, this is my brand, that's your brand,
well,
and
I think part of that is the one has been here for a while, the other one is new, the new one is taking off, and they're not going to slow down their takeoff.
right,
You know what I mean? They're doing advancements. They've already surpassed the one that was there.
yeah,
Um, so they don't want to tie themselves into the restraints of the one that is failing. And I can't say it's even failing, but you're never going to turn around and wait on second place. Put it that way. You're not gonna pass second place for first place and then turn around and wait on them. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's kind of where Matchroom is coming from the interviews that I've seen directly from uh, the yeah, her name just went right in and right back.
Emily.
Emily, yeah. From the interviews that I've seen with Emily, what little bit they've got to her to talk about it, that's basically the deal. Is if they want to step up and catch up, we'll work with them every bit of the way, but we're not going to slow down what we're doing. So,
Well, the other thing that needs to happen, Mike and Derek, is you take a look at golf. Golf really took off when Tiger started doing his thing, and then you had Mickelson that came up, and you had oh shoot, what's the guy that's sponsored by Puma? Ricky Fowler, and those guys with character and charisma came to the forefront. Not only did they have skills, but they had personalities and stuff too. For instance, the big draws right now in pool in our game is Alex Pagulayan needs to be up front and doing more, because not only is he a fantastic player, but if I had to pick any player to do an exhibition for my room, I'm picking Alex, because he's going to have a ball. He's personable. He's friendly. He's going to put on a show. Where
Well,
Fedor,
I also see like Earl and Dennis Hatch, them traveling a lot. I think they are doing good things. I think Jason Shaw would be a good one too.
Shaw would
Because he
be
has a lot of
fantastic,
charisma.
I'm out of the
and Earl's
conversation again.
fantastic. Now, Hatch, he's got a lot of people that don't care for him by some of the stuff that he's done in the past. Now, I can't say that he hasn't changed, but it's going to take a lot, for some of these people to forgive him or to give him another chance, because he's really, did some bad things to some people. And I'm not going to mention this, that, or the other, but there's some bad taste there. But you got a lot of great players out there. And what's a shame is Gorst, who's a fantastic player, but he's more laid back and doesn't say a whole lot. And if he would come out of his shell a little bit, he could be a great ambassador as well.
Sky is a little quiet unless he's around the right crowd. You get him around Billy and a couple other guys, and then he's very charismatic, but he's he's kind of withdrawn, quiet guy too.
Well, you get him out there at the bar at Derby and get a few in him, and he's a blast.
Well, again, but being characteristic and charismatic in a bar, or being charismatic in a meeting, and standing up for the players or for the fans or whoever you're standing, whatever leg you're standing on, that's two different places.
Yeah, you're right.
That's two different situations. He can be a fan favorite, but never say a word during a 4-hour meeting. So that's the
Right.
difference right there. You got to put apples to apples on that deal. All right, we'll continue this conversation in this stream. It will be the Ohio West Virginia. Uh, what do we call it here? I guess we'll have a pool meeting stream once every 2 weeks, and we'll just hash everything out and see what tournaments are going on where.
Oh, we could do a podcast.
Yes, sir. We'll have an updated podcast. But for now, we got to
Classic
stick to the
billiards.
match.
Classic Billiards on the chat's asking. He said he's enjoying the conversation. Who are the commentators? Well, my name's Mike Golly. I'm from Clarksburg, West Virginia, but I play a lot in Morgantown and Uniontown and in Parkersburg at the league room. I'm 62 and grew up playing one pocket from the time I was 12, so I just really enjoy the game. Go ahead, Mike. Tell them who you are and where you're from.
Hey, I'm just the other Mike. I'm here all the time. Go ahead, Derek.
And I'm Derek Reynolds. I'm from the Columbus, Ohio area. I play a lot around Columbus, but I travel to Youngstown, down to the league room in Parkersburg, the pool hall in Huntington, and I try and get around. I've traveled with Mike a couple times to North Carolina and Delaware, so I get around the scene. I'm 55, and one pocket has got to be my favorite game here. We're in the little part of the chess match here with the opening. Alex leading 2-0 here.
Yeah, you're supposed to be doing ball count now, Derek.
Nobody's made one yet.
Well, there you go. That's a good count. You're doing great.
I'm on it.
Own it.
Yeah, if you guys on the chat don't mind, shoot us a message letting us know which of you have been to the Derby before and how many of you have never been to the Derby.
And if you have been, have you drawn any champions? Like I was telling Mike the other night when we were commentating together here, that the one time I drew Lee Van Corteza, some guy from Louisiana that beat Brandon Schuff, and then I drew Gabe Owen and Carlo Beato. Gabe Owen didn't show up, so I win by forfeit, but those kind of stories kind of go a long way. It can really boost your game if you played somebody tough. Nice bank there by Alex. That's going to get him a ball. He was playing cue ball as much as he was making the ball there, I'm pretty sure, unless something's dead out of the stack here. Looks like he's just going to thin off the 1 or the 5 there and go to the bottom rail. He elects to go off the stripe, but same concept.
You guys keep.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah.
Is your microphone away from your mouth, or you?
I don't have.
You seem to be a little bit distant.
I'm on my cell phone.
Okay.
And I'm kind of in the bedroom, so I'm kind of in the corner. The acoustics are not great right here. The other day I was sitting at the kitchen table, but my kids I feel like they've been smoking crack today. all over the place, loud. So I had to move myself today. That kind of worked out for Jeremy.
Well, hell, Derek, I just sent that to you instead of the other one. Sorry.
Derek, you
Ignore
you
that
missed
message,
a couple
Derek.
things. You missed a couple things between last night and today. Last night we had the purple syndrome, and then today we had the 4-hour leader ahead wins the match when it's heel. But we had the Grady rule into effect last night.
Oh yeah.
Did you happen to catch the D match here right before we started this match, Derek?
I saw that you
4 hours and
said that
50.
he plays at 8 against Shannon.
No. Yeah, I sent that to you on accident. D just played. 4 hours and 15 minutes. They called the match.
Really?
Yeah. D and he played Jeremy Seaman, and Seaman come back. Well, Seaman come back and made like 6 balls or 7 balls right there at the end. But D was up 1 to -1 at the start of that turn, and the referee walked up and says, "That's it, you're done. 4 hours." They'd already went through the 3-hour deal with the 2 balls in the kitchen instead of 4 balls in the kitchen. 2 hours they do 4 balls in the kitchen. 3 hours they do 2 balls in the kitchen, and 4 hours you get 1 more turn and it's called.
Wow.
So, kind of crazy.
Well, the kind of tournament rules that keep things moving.
Yep. Well, if you've seen the purple rule last night, it could be kind of, and D and Jeremy played that a little bit. About 6 inches in front of the kitchen line, they started piling up balls on the side rail, just not on the bottom rail. But they kept them out of the kitchen. So, last night what happened was there was a certain amount
Be
of balls.
careful how you explain this, Mike,
Yeah,
because if you explain it wrong, you got to buy dinner.
So you got the line, okay? So when you scratch and the ball is in the kitchen or out of the kitchen, it has to be clear of the line, correct?
Yes.
Well, with the Grady rule, it says if it's touching the line, it's in play. So it becomes the situation if the ball is dead center on the white line, it's neither in or out of the kitchen.
Oh, what a shot that was.
So, but basically what happened was there was 1 ball right on the line and there was 4 balls in the kitchen, and we couldn't figure out why they wasn't taking that 5th ball out. Well, that 4 ball was actually touching. It wasn't in or out. It was touching the line. So
I don't know if they
crazy.
still have if they still play the Grady rule down there where touching is out, where for a while they used to play base of ball.
Right.
But then they started.
Now they're playing
Then they
edge of ball.
changed it to where if the edge of the ball is touching the string, it's not good.
Right. So the edge of the ball, if you're going with the down table from the kitchen, as in a foul shot, it has to be completely past the line on the edge of the ball. Has to be completely past. The Grady rule says touching the line. So, and it just so happened that ball happened to be sitting right dead center on the line. But I was trying to figure out why they didn't take that 5th ball out, and we're like, what is going on here? Well, then I realized that ball is sitting dead center. So there's a 2 1/4 inch gray area almost.
Yeah. Well, Alex is up to 4 balls here, and he's made a good combination off of a bank, a wired ball out of the stack, and then has made another ball. And I think if he plays this bank shot and makes it, we'll give him 5 on the stripe on the right-hand side. Looks like the 15 to me. If he makes this ball, he may run out and finish this one up.
Well,
I
here's
don't think it can go, can it?
It goes.
it goes. Here's an answer for you. Classic Billiards says, thanks, I'm from outside of Philly. I'll have to make a trip out that way. Canadian Dave says, I was at the first 2 derbies when it was in Kentucky. I am good friends with Chris Zuter, and I used to run around with Troy Frank. So there you go.
Ah, cool. He ran that ball clear up table as drop when he dropped that down by the pocket. That was a good tear out by Jeremy.
I thought that 9 was going to the side. Yeah, the lag is not on us, drone shots. That is actually the cameras down over in Indiana. They're kind of glitching on a couple tables here. I wonder if they're not actually heating up, maybe. Because
Well,
they're on top of the legs.
they are running 16 plus hours a day. So I could understand if they start to glitch if they're not high end cameras.
Right. Alright, we're going to send Julie and Zach the invite here. They're going to do the other match if we make it.
That was a good cover shot by Jeremy. Puts one to his hole. Alex can't even kick up table to get it out of there. He's looking to see whether he has something to bank out of there and try and play forward.
You can get that out of there.
From there?
Yes.
3 rails, maybe?
Yes.
Alex is up 2-0, correct?
Yeah, Alex is up 2-0. Looks like he's banking this 15 or 12 or whatever it is.
You get safe?
He didn't get safe, but it looks like he made it tough because that's kind of an off-angle cut shot. I mean, it's not super tough. I mean, for guys that play at the level that Jeremy and Alex play at,
Yeah, I
should
can't
be
tell
fairly easy. But you got to watch where the cue ball's going from here. That's kind of tough because you're running into those balls. You never know. You may freeze up and take everything away from you. One thing I do know is he doesn't want to hang a ball with them spread out like this because it could be atrocious. So this will be number 3 for Jeremy.
See, here's the difference right there between like a D and Alex is D would have just shoved the cue ball up against another ball and took an intentional foul, not left anything. Where Alex tried to get out of it, and now he's going to end up giving up how many balls?
Yeah. Well, we're 3-3 right now.
D and Shannon's already started, so we're not going to be going to that match.
And he's in that same spot here. I don't think that he has the bank like he had the last time. But if he does have the bank there on like the 11 ball.
No, it's not there.
I don't know if he can get by that. But he doesn't have a shot to really get that other ball out unless he banks, kicks to the bottom rail.
I'm banking the 12 ball down into my 3 balls and leaving the cue ball over here on the far right corner.
Bear with me,
He does
guys.
have a look at it. Ah,
No.
hey, that was not a bad shot either. If you know you can get that out of there like that, that's not a bad shot. Now he did
Yeah.
get unlucky and leave a fairly easy long railer here where he can just draw over and keep the cue ball on the bottom end of the table. So
Yeah, you just
Jeremy
hit
is
the hit.
actually at an advantage right here.
Yeah, you hit this with some speed where if you don't make it, it goes back up the table. You don't leave a cross bank on this ball.
Right.
Bear with me here, guys. I'm going to try to do something for you. You say 3-3?
Yep.
How you like it?
I like it.
You're like, what did you do?
Perfect.
I
Nice
thought it
shot,
was going to
Jeremy.
hang for a second, but yeah, real good shot because now he's got this other ball in the middle. He can do the same thing.
Who make it?
Bank it with draw.
Okay.
I don't know if that it looks like the 9 ball. Bank it with draw and come back a little bit, or maybe even stop it there and try and play the 1 from there.
That's a little short.
But
A little
if you're
short.
going to shoot it, you got to make it because now you sold that 9 ball as a cross bank, and Alex comes to the bottom rail and then back up, and he has the shot on the 1.
Yeah, any kind of inside English here at all brings him perfect.
Yep.
I'm going to try to see what time my little buddy Cody Burdett plays. If we can't get the 1 pocket match, I might just do a little 9
Wow,
ball.
that's uncharacteristic of Alex. I expect him to make that one.
Yeah, he missed that 2 diamonds.
Of all shots, that's one that I don't miss much, is them cross facers. That's one of my better shots. Got a little freeze up here. There we go. I was going to say, he didn't hit it that soft for it to stay on the rail. And I didn't see anybody moving.
Now, see, I like crossing that ball over to my side and bringing that cue ball down here and creating distance.
Well, I do too sometimes. But with all of the balls being midway, leaving him on the bottom and forcing him to try and make something happen up table, unless he has an easy shot to be able to come back down.
He does right now.
Well,
Any kind of low right gets him right back where he needs to be. It's that same bank shot with some speed on it.
yeah. And Alex doesn't have any room for it to go to his side over there.
Right. That's why the shot Alex had before, coming across that ball and bringing it over and bringing the cue ball down here, that's why I liked it better in that situation.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say now would have been a good time to have done that again. He could have thinned off that ball and rolled it up here to the top rail about the 1 diamond and banked that ball back to his hole. And then now Jeremy's got everything to the left side of him and can't really play anything to the right. But he's left him tough I've noticed that a lot of the better ball makers play their safes different when they have open tables like this based on who they learn to play one pocket with. That's a good lag, but well, I couldn't tell which player was playing that one. With this lag, we keep missing shots.
I'll tell you what, he can bank this 11 ball and stick the cue ball right where the 11's at and be fine.
He can even roll forward.
The eight goes and the 3 goes.
Yeah,
if you're past the 12.
Well, I don't know that the 3 goes. You'd have to be froze to the rail, but you're right. The 8 does go.
Well, you could come off the rail first and make the 3 too, depending on where you're at. I mean, I know it's a little aggressive, but that shot's still there. But if you hold the cue ball right where the 11 is, you're giving up nothing. And if you make that ball, or at least get it close to your pocket, he can't do anything. Yeah, it's lagging really bad now.
And Jeremy left this too far to the middle. Now
Yeah, he
Alex
must have drew
can
it
cut
back.
this ball, go down to the bottom rail. If he makes it, he's going to leave himself a shot.
Yeah, I think as we're starting to stop in cameras over there, it's really affecting Zach's thing.
Yeah, this is really affecting us.
All the 9-ball players coming in, they're using up internet. That's one of the reasons that we're doing it this way. Can you imagine 10 streamers over there using up internet? So what is the ball count now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10.
See, Derek, there's that shot I was talking about earlier.
4-4, Mike.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. I'll fix you. There you go.
No, I think I kind of like thinning this 5, play it over towards the 1, and just roll the cue ball back down into the top right-hand end.
I'm playing a show hand shot here. I'm banking the cue ball 2 rails and kicking that ball to my hole. It sits perfect.
Well, at least we know you was paying attention to something last night.
Well,
what is that? The 11?
13, I think.
Yeah, I'm kicking the cue ball 2 rails and playing a 13 to my hole.
You played it in the back of the stack.
You can't leave anything.
He played it in the back of the stack.
Yep, he just played it back across.
Yeah.
He played the 1 rail kick, right?
I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, it kind of blanked on me, but it looked like he just played a 1 rail kick in and banked the 5 over into the stack.
Now, this is where I'm playing the sweeper.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the sweeper. All you new players out there.
I'm shooting that 3 with some speed on it and taking 3 or 4 of them balls out of there.
Well, he's forced these to break up a little bit by taking the 1s there. I think I'd do it again and play into the 3, just draw into the bottom rail.
He might be able to 2 rail this ball.
Looks like that's what he's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
We'll know after the camera catches up.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna put up with this all night. I'll tell you that. If I go to another table that's doing that, turn it off.
Looks as if he just played to draw that ball out and push it up towards the top.
There's nothing I can do with the cameras because they're clear over in Indiana. I'm in Ohio.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Alex play this 11 ball 3 rails.
I was just thinking the same thing. All he's got to do is, well, depending on how much draw he can get on it, because he's got to come down. He's got to come down almost at this first diamond, closest to the 1 ball to make it. But yeah, I like that shot.
I'm a one-eyed Canadian. I used to live in Fort Wayne, Canadian days.
But it is a little aggressive, but he's been aggressive the whole time he's been playing. Or is this Jeremy?
Well, Jeremy needs to be aggressive here. He's down 2-0. He might have to be a little aggressive, but then again,
That's Jeremy.
The snail gets the worm sometimes too.
Yeah, so he can't play at 3 rails.
Right.
He's got to do something. And I don't know that that's the wisest decision.
No, because that
The 11's in the center.
that 15 ball goes.
15 balls on the side pocket.
You mean the 11?
Or the 11, yeah.
Yeah, the strike ball right there, it goes. And if he plays it, he keeps it to the middle of the table. It'll go 1 rail into the middle of the table, and it lets him have the ball on the spot too. Yeah, he drained it, and then he got this one. That'll give him 6. Gives Alex 6. But he didn't do himself any favors here with
Yeah, I don't know
freezing
that
up
he
to
can
that
2
ball.
rail the. I don't know that he can 2 rail the 6 without scratching.
Yeah, I'm guessing he thins off the 6 and goes to the bottom rail. Tries to freeze him down on the bottom.
I'd be content just going over to the side rail, because if you hit this too firm, you're going to leave a bank.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you want to test a guy with a bank when you only need 2 balls and you're up 2-0. You want to put the pressure to him.
You're not playing me though.
True. But I mean, playing what he did, he still left the 6 ball for a bank.
Well, if you shoot that 6, you got to put some speed on it to get the cue ball 2 rails and back. Otherwise, you're going to give up the game if it don't go. But it is safe if you hit it with some speed.
Yeah, I would think you got to hit it pretty firm. And it didn't look like he hit that super firm. And he just sold out the 3 ball bank. This could be it. Not saying this is a gimme, but you don't want to leave a guy like Alex when he's ahead a pretty much free bank.
Yeah, he drilled it.
Hang. Oh, he got the roll. And
He
he's
hit it,
got this
hit it
strike
with the right
straight in.
speed.
Yep. These 4.25-inch pockets have been giving people fits. I will say that.
Hey, Daddy Kane, we apologize, but it isn't anything that we're doing. They're having a problem with the cameras at the Derby.
Too many streamers on one camera.
No, that wouldn't affect it really. That would go through the. That wouldn't have nothing to do with the camera. That would go through the.
Well,
We apologize.
Yeah, it'd be
there's not really much we can do. It's the cameras at the Derby.
right.
I thought that one was over, but he played it a little fat.
Yeah, 40, 50 cameras. We may have a bad camera here and there. We're gonna do Cody Burdett versus Brian King. We're running a 9-ball match since it starts at 8:30 instead of 8. It'd be a 9-ball match for one of the local kids, juniors. Well, not juniors. He's 25 years old now. Because the schedule is 8:30 instead of 8. D and Jeremy Seaman have already started for the 8 o'clock match. They actually started at like 7:30 something.
They couldn't have. Jeremy Seaman's still playing.
Mike told me they already started.
Mike smoking crack.
That could be. Let me go look. Mike might have just seen Jeremy Seaman's name wherever he's playing and said that they already started. Not realizing.
Yeah, well, Jeremy Seaman's playing on this table that we're calling.
How do you figure?
So how could they be started?
Oh no, wait. It's not D and Jeremy Seaman. It's D and Shannon Murphy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one could have been started already, yeah.
That one has already started.
But you said D and Jeremy Seaman. I was like, that can't be going on.
Oh, I'm sitting here reading Jeremy Seaman. D and Shannon Murphy are playing. Battle of Ohio. Well, that ball went in. Where it must have went in the side pocket.
That score can't be right. It's got to be 7-5.
But he's just now putting the ball back out. Yeah, it's got to be 7-5.
Yeah.
Come on, camera. Yeah, it definitely ain't 8-5. We know that much. Ain't hard to tell where that ball goes. Come on, camera. There you go.
I wonder how Alex's back is holding up down there playing all this pool.
Right. I wonder how D's doing after a 4.5-hour match and then goes straight to another one.
Well, he won the 4.5-hour match, right?
No.
Who did?
No, D did not win that match.
Oh, I thought you said that he won that match.
No, he was leading it right up till about 2 minutes before the referee walked up and he put in like what 4 or 5 balls. So D was leading.
D was up 1 ball to -1, and D played a good safe, but the guy did a cross corner bank shot into 5 balls and lucked one in and ran 5.
So at that point, that was the last turn of the event. So D was winning when the inning started, but once the referee walked up and said something, the opponent got 1 more shot and ran 5 balls to take the lead. And basically, D just succeeded. The referee said you have like 2 minutes left, and D says we're good. In the middle of the guy's inning. Thank you.
Wow, that's brutal. But, They have those rules there for the fact that they have to keep it running. And when you schedule them for 2 hours and your match runs 2 hours behind, that puts that whole table 2 hours behind.
Right, right.
So I understand the ideology behind it. Sucks for whoever gets the bad end of the deal. But
Well, that's like 2 years ago when they switched the pocket size, when they went from 4.5 to 4.25. The banks was running 12 to 14 hours behind because the amateurs couldn't make balls.
Right. That's a good shot
And
there.
it put everything behind, and that's when they started making these changes.
It's a good shot there by Alex putting the 6 up in the corner here.
any chance we can get on 36 when this is done? They're just starting.
Who is it?
That's my buddy Jesse.
No, I'm
If
going
if
to.
Cody's one hasn't started,
Right.
he just sent me the table number.
What is he on, 36?
Yeah.
I didn't even look and see what table Cody was on. I'll tell you what, we can go to it till 8:30 anyway. As long as Cody don't start. I already posted that Cody was playing, but not that we don't do that all the time, right there.
Yeah.
This is one of the hardest ones to keep up with, I'll tell you. Cody Verdin. He's on table 40. Let me go check the score for table 40. That'll tell us a lot.
Why don't you see if TvMike has one open right now that I could switch over to?
I think he caught the 8 o'clock matches for one pocket. Uh, 6-1. They're going races to 9, so it's 6-1 on table 40. And you said 36.
Yeah, and they're just getting ready to start.
Yeah, they're 3 minutes in. We'll see what happens here. If nothing else, even if I'm switching games, you know what I mean? If I'm switching over to Cody and getting ready, I can still shut off the broadcast. I can shut off the broadcast, leave the Zoom up. You'll still be able to see the screen and watch the match.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So you could do that up until I move it.
Okay.
Over. So you'll get an extra 5 or 10 minutes to watch the match.
Now we're getting wedged up here with the 3 balls.
Mm-hmm. So it's a nice shot by Alex to put that 6 up in that corner.
Yeah, and I think right here is a good chance for Jeremy to play rail ball into the 6 and try and stick him behind the 8 ball.
Hook him
Put
on
that
the 8.
6 ball down. You got to kind of hit it fat and hope you make it. And the cue ball slide over underneath the 8 ball.
Right.
To where you
Now,
don't leave a shot and you get one down table.
Say he does that. Would the play be to play the 8-13 aiming for the spot with the 13 and try to just bring the cue ball back to the rail? So you're not really going to hide it. You're not going to hide it, but you're going to block up the spot a little bit.
Well, if you're hidden below the 8 ball against the rail here, how are you going to keep from fouling to try and play that combo like that?
That depends on how deep it gets and exactly where it gets on the 8 ball is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If he's touching the 8, he's in trouble. Even touching the rail, you're almost in trouble because it's hard to come back to that rail. But
who's shooting?
Alex is shooting, and I think this is the Danny DiLiberto shot where you kick onto the short rail and kick it one rail back to your pocket. Hold the cue ball to the top rail.
Well, this camera's really messed this match up.
Yeah, he played it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got the kick and stick.
Now, what are you doing here?
I'm playing the 13, make it, and stick to the back of the 6 ball.
Yep.
Then there's 2 balls down table.
Or bring the cue ball back over to the other side of the table.
Bring the 8 right back into play.
Well,
See, this is nuts because Jeremy needs all 3.
Yeah.
You need the balls on the other end of the table and hope you can run out. If you keep playing with 1 ball, the odds of Jeremy winning this game is very slim.
Alex is just going to bank this 1 rail back to his hole, some outside. And he's a little wide, but you don't want to keep leaving him that shot. If that shot's not makeable, the smart shot here is still trying to pocket this 13.
You make the 6-13 and bring the cue ball back over to this rail. You have to get them balls down table if you're Jeremy.
You don't have to play the 6-13 here either. You could have just played rail into the 13 and stick behind the 6 ball.
Yeah.
When you freeze him, you play that into the point and the 13 goes and the cue ball freezes to the 6 with that ball down on the end rail and you got one on the spot, you're in good shape.
Yeah. Anything was better than what they did.
Yeah.
Leaving the 8 ball hang out there. But of course, Alec knows he needs all 3 too. Did Alex scratch?
Somebody scratched. We'll see who's shooting here.
That looks like Jeremy to me, by the pants. I got a larger view, I can tell you.
Well, if Jeremy's shooting, he's got to bank his save.
That is Jeremy shooting.
So that
Alex
would mean
back
that
to
it's
6.
6-5.
I just changed the whole game. He's going to go at the 8 ball now.
You can't shoot that ball that hard.
Now this may be trouble for Jeremy here.
Yeah.
Now the 3 and the 8's free.
And Alex needs 2.
Mm-hmm.
He'll cross the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's playing it right, he's going to play it with top right. And he should come up to the right side of the 8 ball here and have a shot at cutting it back towards his hole if he makes the 3.
I'd just call the 8 ball in the side pocket right now. Oh, wait, wrong game.
Man, these guys are taking as long as Penninger does with this lag.
Yeah. He must have made it. That's all she wrote, sports fans. 3-0 Alex.
All right. What happened?
Alex ran those 2 balls and got out.
Got out. Okay, so that's over.
That's over.
Okay, let's go. Well, it's 8 o'clock, so let's go to 36. You can play with that match here for a few minutes. and then I'll be shutting down to go to table 40, which you'll still be able to watch. We just won't be commentating.
Okay. And if you want to switch Mike over to commentate, you can.
Mike,
Gully, is he staying on?
I don't know, but there's your match. What do you mean switch him over to commentate? He's commentating now.
What's this, 9-ball?
Yeah.
This is 9-ball. This is Jesse McNew, and I don't know who the other guy is, but they told him this guy's a monster. He's a lefty.
What are you switching to after this, Mike?
We're going to Cody Burdett, which is a local younger guy.
Is it one pocket or 9-ball?
It'd be 9-ball.
Okay.
Because the one pocket started at 8, and most of them started early. Like D and them guys started at like 7:30.
Well, that was a pretty good draw stroke to come back.
So we'll do a couple 9-balls here, and then jump in for the next round of the one pocket.
Well, I'm going to drop off. I got a couple things I can do. Just shoot me a text when you're going to go back to one pocket, and I'll come back.
Okay.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
What is this guy's name?
It's on your screen, Dirk.
Yeah, I can barely read it, though.
Oh.
Jason Froling. Yeah, I've seen him on the one pocket earlier.
Yeah, Frowling.
He does pocket the balls real well.
Right.
Pretty good shape. He's up 1-0, and barring rattling this ball, I would think that he's going to get out.
Seems like all the cameras are kind of glitchy a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, we should have went to table 34. Maybe we'd have got on one of our cameras and it wouldn't do it, but I doubt it because it seems like it's in the processor.
Well, there we go. I just jinxed a shooter.
Yep.
I said, barring any jawing of a ball, he should get out there. And this is my buddy Jesse McNew from Columbus.
What's his Fargo?
He's around 6 something. He obviously doesn't have the speed down yet. But he does pocket the balls well. He's a good player.
All right, Derek, I'll leave you on this for about 15 minutes here.
All right.
Let me check that other table. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'll put my screen on the other table.
Nice thin cut there. Avoids the pocket. We got a 1-1 with Jesse taking the break here.
Well, it looks like the other match is over. No, it is not. Table 40 is where I'm going next, correct?
Yeah.
You know what I said? Cody was on 40.
Yep.
7-2 over there. I'm going to check the bracket just to make sure. So it was 7-0, so if this goes climbing up the ladder on the other side, you may just keep right at it right here.
Yep.
Yeah, table 40. So I'll keep an eye on table 40 and their score, and then I'll know when I need to reset.
Okay. All right. Jesse McNew to break here. Oh. Looks as if he dropped that. He dropped the 1 ball. Got a shot here on the 2 ball, a back cut. He is going to run into the 9. You never know. Good things can happen when that. When you get the 9 moving. Oh, that's the 4 ball up by the 9. He's playing the 2 ball off the rail here. A little too much juice, and he goes in the drink. That'll be ball in hand for Jason Frolling.
You might even want to scoot over the other couch and watch.
It's a very dark room. Outside of the table, you can't really see much on the sides. A lot of shadowing. Camera angle could be a little better. Good pocket on the 2, shape on the 3. 4 ball sitting in the middle of the table. He should be good with getting on it. Good solid stroke there. Just 1 rail out. Can't tell if this is the 6 on the bottom rail. It's really, really dark. It is the 6 on the bottom rail. He just rolls down. Kind of got pretty straight on this. This is going to be tough to get back to the 7 ball. He's really going to have to put some side English to get this ball at least out to the middle of the table somewhere. That being said, balls jaw up all the time when you try and jam them in there. And that's what's happened again. Oh, he did get it down. Oh, no. It did sit up there. It's so dark around the table, I can't see when the balls go and when they don't, the darker ones. So this brings Jesse back to the table to shoot the 6 ball. These 4.25-inch pockets have been giving players fits all week. Everybody used to those 4.5-inch diamonds at the Derby every time. So are you back for a second, Mike? Doesn't look like he's going to come back and help me out with the light here. Good smooth stroke here on the 7. Come down for the 8. Play just well, he almost went too far. 9 ball tried to stick its toe out there. Looks like he'll just play a little outside English, make this in the side, come 1 rail down for the 9. And he's clubbed it like a baby seal. He's way down here. Gets a good roll and leaves him straight in. Jesse gets a good roll there. Now he just needs to play that nice smooth stroke right in the back of the jar. Good shooting there, kid. 2-1, Jesse. Jesse up 2-1 here, and it's his break. This is a race to 9. Not sure where Jason Froling is from, but I know that Jesse is from where I'm at in Columbus, Ohio. My name's Derek Reynolds. I'm commentating here via Zoom for TvMike and Mike Cease. Good break there by Jesse. He pockets 2 balls, or 3 balls. That's going to be beneficial to help him run out a little bit. Less balls you got after the break, the easier it is to get out. Looks like the 2 balls sitting down here in the pocket. Not exactly sure. It looks like the 2 ball is blocked here by the 4 ball, and he's looking at trying to kick this in. I'm pretty sure I'd be rolling down to the bottom rail and playing a push shot rather than taking a swing at a kick shot like this. Makes a good hit. Kind of like a push shot, but your opponent doesn't have the option. It's a risky shot because you can let the cue ball loose and get stuck scratching in that corner, which he just about did. Jason back to the table here on the 2 ball. Pockets that 2 ball pretty good. Looks like he's good on the 4 ball here. He'll just roll down for the 6. 7's going to be a little bit tricky, I think. 7 being on the rail over there, 8 being in the bottom corner. That's going to be a little tricky. He's either going to have to play a combo. I can't tell whether the 7 goes behind the 8 here. Looks like it could. But with the angle he's got, it looks like he's going below the 7 to play it up in the corner. I'd feel a little safer playing it the other way, but see how smooth a stroke he puts here and where he gets for the 7. I think he's hit that one a little firm. It's going to be a tight cut up the rail. This right here, folks, is where the game's won or lost. Position play and making the shots that are a little tougher than the smaller angles. Good stroke there. Pockets the 7. Easy shot here on the 8 to get out for the 9. We should have a tie ball game here. Ooh. He comes slamming into the 9 ball there off the 8. Unexpected. I expected him to put a little low outside and just come up table instead of trying to come straight across into it. Now looks like he's going to try and cut that to the right hand side pocket. And he drains it. Good shot there. Good recovery. kind of worried about that shot. It will be Jason's break here. We are at the Derby City Classic. This is the 9-ball event. It is a race to 9. Winner breaks in the 9-ball event. The 9-ball does go on the spot here. They're playing by Matchroom World 9-ball Tour rules. 9-ball on the spot, and the cue ball in the box for the break. Again, my name is Derek Reynolds. I'm commentating from Columbus. For any of you tuning in, this is my buddy Jesse McNew. Told him I'd try and get him on the stream early if I could, just so we could get a little stuff for him to see how he plays down there. With all the cameras available, you want to try and get your local guys on stream if you can. We have a local guy from over along the Ohio River, Cody Burdett, who is playing a 9-ball match. He's waiting on his table to open up. So we started this match so I could commentate for Jesse, and Mike will probably switch over to Cody's match. He plays over around Wheeling and farther up the river there, up towards Akron, Canton as well. So Jason Froling to break. Looks as if he's made a ball. He has a shot here on the 1-ball. We'll see what happens from here. I'm guessing from the way the 1-ball is, we will see a safety shot here from Jason, rather than cutting that ball. I may be wrong. He may be trying to cut it. He went to look at the angle. I would expect a safety, just tapping the 1-ball out. Yep, there we go. Try and stick behind the 5-ball. He doesn't get him stuck, but he doesn't leave much of a shot. He leaves a combination. Some guys would try and play the combination here and try and draw into the 9 and just take a big swing from the get-go. It just all depends. Other guys a little more advanced would probably bank the 1-ball straight up table, roll the cue ball over to the side rail, and try and tuck behind the 3-ball. If it's me, I'm probably trying to play the safe. Good shot here. He does not get him. Hits it a little bit fat, and it slides off the end rail and back out.
Okay, they're getting ready to start here, so they're about there.
Well, we're 2-2 right here, so.
Right. What am I trying to do? Do my other VLC player. I get a look at the table here.
So you're taking me off of this stream, and you're going to put Cody's on the stream,
Yeah,
but I'll still be able to watch the other one.
No, you won't be able to watch the other one if I I mean, you could have watched it now. Like while I'm resetting, like I have to shut off the broadcast so you can't commentate. But you can still talk until I get it started. So you'll have another 4 or 5 minutes here.
Okay. Well, I've got some things I got to do in the other room. I'm just going to go ahead and call it a night.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Later.
Yep.